Since I was a little kid, I wanted to, drive the police car and arrest the bad guy. My mother and father grew up in the city here. We grew up going to city schools. I grew up listening to my dad's stories about here.
Being an investigator within the major crimes section, we work on several different types of cases. Most of the time, we investigate homicides. Mr. Irvin was very well known. Everybody knew him and loved him. Once Mr. Irvin succumbed to his injuries and the case officially turned into a homicide, we knew that we needed to move forward.
Yeah. We had some video sources at the scene, but people really weren't identifiable. We had a citizen call in and give us a name, but he wouldn't cooperate.
Where he put his hands down.
There was evidence, but there was some doubt that could be put into there.
We have a crime analyst who specifically helps with our homicide cases, and she happened to recognize the name. And she informed me that one of our narcotics guys actually had a case against this individual.
2 more videos.
I had an investigation into an individual by the name of Travion Gates that I was purchasing in an undercover role from him. We were able to pick up Travion on one of those charges.
He had 2 cell phones on him. One was an iPhone 11 and one was an iPhone 12.
I used Graykey to extract the phones. As an examiner, I'm not exactly sure what's going to be key pieces of evidence in that case. So I think it's very important for investigators and examiners to work closely together.
I specifically remember just filtering through, and as soon as the one video popped up, I literally was speechless.
She slapped the table and jumped up and screamed, "Sarge, I got it." And then that's when the case, really came together. Travion was brought in. We had him in the interview room. We had a lot of evidence. And using the files we had from the extraction, I was able to just take a headshot snip of him. I slid it across the table, and he confirmed that that was him. I pull up the video of him walking away from the scene after beating Gerald.
I don't mess with nobody.
He knew the gig was up. If we did not have the digital evidence from the phone, I'm not sure that we would have made an arrest in this case. He pled guilty, and he was sentenced to 30 years to life.
U.S. Marshals arrested 20-year-old Travion Gates in connection to a murder of 65-year-old Gerald Wayne Irvin.
It's very important for people to understand that we live in a digital world. The digital information that we get from these phones is oftentimes leads us right to what we're looking for.
One thing I like about Graykey is ease of use. Once you know exactly what you need to do with an iPhone in this instance, it's the same for pretty much every iPhone.
Many times now we're finding that our suspects are choosing to take pleas because the digital evidence is so strong against them. When you see something in black and white, it's kind of hard to dispute that it wasn't them.
For us to be able to put somebody away for murder, I know nobody's going to be victimized or preyed upon by those predators.